Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing an unboxing of some MVP stuff. Recently just got our new shipment in. In these boxes we have a lot of restock and some of the newer edition, special edition stuff. I won't be able to show you the special edition stuff, but figured I'd show you guys, if you're new to the channel, what it's like to get discs from manufacturers as a small disc golf store owner. And actually, before we get started, talk to you guys a little bit about the new release that is coming out, and that is the new Neutron Turbulence Eclipse Servo and Eclipse Tesla from MVP. If any of you are interested in getting any of these discs, by the time this video is up, you can check any of these discs out. They'll be up on my site at www.disczone.com, so make sure to check them out. And then also, if you're interested in seeing how the Neutron Turbulence flies, make sure to check out that video. If you haven't checked out that video, highly recommend it. It'll be out before this one. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. All right, let's see what we got. A lot of the times I do these unboxings. It's exciting for me as well because although I know majority of the time what I ordered, I don't get to pick any of the colors. There's very few companies I get to pick specific colors with. MVP is not one of those companies. So when I put in the order, I can only pick the mold, the plastic, and the weight, and then everything else, color is up to chance. It's always exciting to see if I'll get some swirly stuff. That is definitely the stuff I enjoy the most, so let's get started. Starting from the left side, we have one hex. I believe I ordered a few of them, so the rest of the hexes overflowed into other boxes, but here it is. Nice little cloudy rim with the neon green middle. Here, looks like I have a bunch of the same molds. It is Neutron Insanities. Neutron Insanity just came out with the Eclipse Insanity last month from MVP. Those felt amazing. I got some cool ones here. This one has a nice purple gray rim with the orange middle. This one's neon green with the like tan swirl middle. This one's pretty swirly. I've been loving the swirls lately from MVP. This has got an orange swirl, kind of like peach swirl in the middle with a nice purple swirl rim, and it's 171 grams, so pretty sweet disc there. It's kind of like, it's almost like pink with peach swirl on the outer edge. Got another Insanity with a white rim, or kind of grayish white rim. Never really seen that before. And then this one's kind of pink with a nice blue swirl rim. Cool to get some Insanities back in stock. The next mold, seems like here, are Proxies. Definitely one of my favorite molds from MVP. Very neutral flying putter. This one's got a nice orange swirl rim. Another white one. Kind of like white, off-white kind of white with a blue swirlish rim on the edge. Got a black one with an orange swirl rim. Reminds me a lot of their R2 Neutron plastic or recycled plastic, so that's kind of cool. Very hard to see though, especially in this area. This one's black as well with a nice blue swirl rim. Very clean though. Very flat. And then you got the classic blue with the red rim. It's very funny because I see a lot of MVP discs with this same blue color and same red rim. I mean, after opening and seeing so many MVP discs, it's cool to see how there's some patterns with some discs. Getting into the next stack, we have a bunch of rhythms. Neutron Rhythm, 75-21. I wouldn't say it's that popular of a mold comparative to others in Axiom's lineup. There's the Crave, probably their most popular fairway driver, at least at my store. So this one's a little bit overshadowed, but still a very good fairway driver. This one's kind of cool with the space gray blue swirl rim. This one's kind of tennis ball-y. Oh, not really tennis ball-y because it's got the purple swirl rim. This one's pink with an interesting little black swirl on the bottom of the flight plate and a little bit up here. Has a nice orange rim, 168 grams. These all have a slight bit of dome, it seems like. This one's the blue on blue, very cool. Blue is definitely my favorite color, so. And we have a black one with the red rim. Very much looks like R2 Neutron plastic, but cool to see some of those. Next, we have some Proton Viruses. Actually, highly unexpected to be that popular at my store. For those of you that don't know, it's a very flippy 9-speed distance driver from MVP. If you have a medium to higher arm speed, you could throw it hyzer flip to rollers. You could throw it hyzer flip to late turn, but it's a very flippy disc. This one is in particular is pretty sick. It's kind of like space blue, purple indigo kind of in the middle with a nice gray swirl rim. This one's actually really sick. This one's 173 grams. This one's kind of like purple with a little bit of a swirl in the middle with a red swirl rim. It's almost watermelon-like, but it's pink in the middle with a nice green swirl rim, 166 grams. Ooh, almost matching the flight plate with the rim. It's kind of like a jaded, or maybe like a jade in the middle with a green swirl rim. This one's purple with a nice blue swirl rim, 159 gram. Had to get a few light ones because some people like lighter discs, so stoked to see some of those. Next, I got long overdue. It is the Prism Proton Pyros. I don't have a Prism Proton Pyro in my bag, but I have a soft Prism Proton Pyro, and that disc is money. The soft plastic for the Pyro seems to make it a little bit straighter and it doesn't skip as hard. I used to bag a regular Prism Proton Pyro as well. They fly pretty straight with that nice reliable finish at the end. Very good, overstable mid-range. Highly recommend one if you haven't tried it. This one's pretty sick as well. It's kind of got like the nice aqua sparkle in the middle with the purple kind of blue swirl rim, honestly. Very cool. This is the blue on blue. This is kind of like jackpot for me if I ever needed one, but it's pretty sick, 176 grams, very clean looking. These are also pretty grippy, I would say. It's not too gummy, but it's just like the right amount of softness to feel good in the hand. This one's, funny enough, pink on pink. I feel like I rarely ever get discs that are the same color until recently. And what I mean by same color, I mean like same flight plate, same rim color. So very cool to see that. This one's orange with like a purple, dark pink swirl rim. And then last one is neon green with the green rim. So cool to see. Basically, three of them have very similar colorways for the flight plate and rim. Very good disc. Highly recommend you try one out if you haven't. And then the rest of this looks like I got some pixels all in different plastics. Probably the most popular putting putter, besides maybe Proxy or some Lunas or possibly the Lynx as well from Discmania, but these are definitely up there. Very cool, feel very good in the hand, especially with the, I think since they retooled the Electron plastic, which may have been a little while ago, I feel like it's a lot better. Regular Electron's a little bit gummier, feels very good in the hand. This one's cool with black with a nice orange creamsicle swirl rim. This one I got the green with the red rim. I got the pink on pink. And this is an Electron Soft. This feels amazing. I love putting with their Electron Soft plastic with the ions, but this does feel very good as well, the Pixel. Got the blue with the red on the Electron Soft. And this is now their Electron Firm. I got black with a turquoise kind of swirl rim. Very cool. Got the neon green with the purple swirl rim. This Firm one as well. Another one of those black turquoise swirl rims. Got this blue on blue, kind of like aqua on blue. This one feels really good as well. Got a black on red rim. And then lastly, I have an orange on red swirlish rim. Feels very good in the hand. If you're looking to try a different putting putter out, a Pixel would not be a bad choice. That does it for this box. Let's get into the next one. Next box here, a little bit smaller, a little bit less stuff in here. Some Detours. The Detours, it's James Conrad's understable mid-range of choice. Very cool. I actually used to bag one myself. In my opinion, is a great disc to learn turnovers with for any skill level. I'm a person that likes to throw a slide hyzer to slightly flat release, so I was struggling a lot finding understable discs that wouldn't just burn over and roll on me. When I found the Detour, this was kind of the perfect mid for that slot. I would throw it in the woods. You could start it out to the left, throw it a little bit of hyzer, flip up, and it'll just drift to the right. It won't dump to the right. Very good understable mid-range. I would say the only downside is some runs are a little bit more stable, so some people claim it's not -2-1, but in my opinion, it's a really great disc for hyzer flip straight. If you ever need a turnover disc, this is definitely the disc to get. Very cool colors, just restocking. Got a blue one here, a nice red one. This one's 166 grams as well, so pretty lightweight, or lighter weight. Got a light purple and got a white one. So, and then it looks like the rest of this, oh, maybe except for a few, actually don't even know what those are glitches. Glitch, I would say it's one of the most popular putters, if not the most popular throwing putter at my store. Great mold overall, and it's always good to stock a glitch. Very good disc, nice color there. Kind of got a green-red swirl in the middle. Very cool. This one's 150 grams. That one will probably sell quick. Have a nice red one here, a nice neon green, a nice red one again, and a purple one. Always good to have some of those in stock. And then lastly, Oh, these two molds are Matrixes. Probably one of the more underrated MVP mid-range molds, or underrated MVP molds in general. I would say it's probably heavily overshadowed by the Hex. Still a very good mid-range, slightly more stable than the typical, or than the Reactor or Hex, but still a very good disc. Shallow, so it's good for people with smaller hands, and it's a little bit smaller in diameter. In my opinion, the disc that feels very good. These are both kind of lighter weights. If you're looking to try a new mid-range, have a smaller hand, or like discs that are smaller in diameter, Matrix is a good one to try out. But that's it for this box. That was a pretty small box. Let's get into the next one. This one's full, so let's see what we got in here. We have some Proton Waves. So the Wave is probably, as of recently, besides the MVP Trail, is the most popular MVP mold at my shop, funny enough. This disc is a bomber for people with mid to, or slightly higher to all the way down to lower arm speeds. It's a disc that wants to glide in the air for a long time. You just throw it hyzer, flips up, drifts a little bit to the right, fades. Awesome disc. I got these in some lighter weights. This one's 163 grams. This one's 167 grams, 166 grams. I think I have some other Proton Waves in here as well. But overall, a disc I actually didn't expect to be so popular. But then when I threw one, and then when I saw a couple of my buddies throw one, I kind of understood the hype. You could just pop it up on a hyzer, especially if it's not that windy. Pop it up, and it'll get tons of distance. So very cool disc. And honestly, for a Proton disc from MVP, it looks pretty sweet. I like how clean the stamp looks. So cool to get some of those back in stock. I have 3 Watts. I haven't restocked on Watts in a little bit. I believe the last time I actually did, they were puddle top. So it almost was like a zone in terms of puddle, but these are a little bit flatter. Basically a max weight glitch. I got a white one here. I have a nice blue colored one. It's kind of like midnight blue almost on this one. And then a nice muted or kind of a nice like light green one here, almost like light jade. This one feels pretty good. These are all in the 170s. Very, very cool to stock up on some of those. Next in here, oh, looks like I have a bunch of Trails. Easily the most popular disc at my store by far. I say it every single time, every single video. Everybody that comes into my store loves them. These are a little bit on the flatter side. I wouldn't say that flat, but kind of flat. If you haven't tried the Trail, I think you're probably missing out at this point. There's so many people that try this mold and that love it. I think I've only ever gotten one person that has personally told me that they didn't really like the Trail as comparative to other discs. 99% of the people that I've talked to really do enjoy it, so highly recommend it. Oh, this one is definitely on the flatter side. I don't think I have ever gotten flat Trails like this. I've seen flat Trails. If you've ever thrown one, let me know how they fly. This one isn't even super flat, but it doesn't have any pop to it, so very interesting. This one's 174 grams as well. This one's flat, but also has that pop, as you can hear. This one's 174 grams. The red one got a nice light yellow green one right here, 175 gram max weight. This one's a nice green 174. I feel like I never really see green Trails for some reason. Orange one here. This one's pretty flat as well. Still has a little bit of dome, 173. This one, another flat one. No pop to it, 174 gram. So very interesting to see that. I wonder how these fly. Oh, this one's a green swirl. Has a little bit of like a star-shaped swirl in the middle. Has a little bit of dome. 168 grams, so a little bit lighter. I have an orange one. This one's pretty flat as well. 166 gram. Blue one right here, 167. And a turquoise-esque one, which is 167 as well. So a few lighter weight ones, a lot of max weight ones. If you haven't tried a Trail, that is definitely the disc I recommend you trying. Getting into the rest of this stock, we have some relays. And I could already see, coolest one relay I have probably ever seen in my life. Actually, most definitely. Purple swirly relay. I mean, this is insane. It's kind of like light purple with a purple swirl rim. Another disc that's probably heavily overshadowed by the Crave. Overall, still a great disc. This one is board flat, feels amazing in the hand, and I'm sure kind of bombs for a 6-speed. So if you're looking for this swirly one, I would check that one out. I also have an orange one here, which is 171 gram, a white one here, 171 gram, and another white one, which is 160 grams, so very lightweight. And this one is 172 gram if you're interested. So very cool to get those discs in. I love getting swirly stuff. Coolest thing probably. Okay, speaking of swirly stuff, excuse me. That is pretty crazy. And excuse me for my face, that was insane. Because I probably just saw the craziest swirl on an orbital ever. I mean, aqua swirl with a like yellow around the edge. 174 grams, this is insane. Pretty flat for an orbital. I feel like most orbitals I've seen are domey. So I'm not sure how this thing will fly. Honestly, it looks like a great roller because it's so flat, but this is crazy swirly on another level. It's kind of like aqua, yeah, aqua in the middle, yellow on the rim. That is sick. I also have a turquoise one here, 174. This one is 174 gram. I have a purple one here, 173 gram. And I have a kind of like purple swirly one here. Pretty swirly, a little different around the edge on the rim here. Pretty sick, 172 gram. Definitely flat. And this one, another swirly, orange swirl. I mean, this is pretty sick. 168 gram. I'm stoked on these orbitals, and I have two more here. I kind of got a midnight blue one, 163 gram. So pretty light one. This one's a little domey, has a pop top, and this one's flat, 168 grams. So the orbital I actually have only recently stocked is definitely one of the more popular molds in my store as of recently. Very understable 11 speed. Flippy, good for people with lower arm speeds, gets that extra glide, extra distance, especially the domier ones. Might be one of the swirliest ones I've ever seen. I've had some swirly trails recently, but that is just another level of swirl. And then I have a couple more matrices. I got a pink one and an orange one. Definitely some gems in this box. So best box so far. Let's see what's in the last box. I know I got some new stuff, so it must be in here, but let's start from the right side. Some more hexes. Got a nice white one with an orange rim. This one's lighter weight, 166 gram. Nice flatter top. And I also have this nice swirly pink one, and it's 175 gram with a nice red swirl, pink swirl rim. Recently, I'm not sure if this is necessarily true, but the hexes have been feeling slightly different in my opinion. It seems like the flight plate is dipping a little bit, and maybe just because of that, the hand feel feels slightly different. They definitely have not retooled the mold by any means. Also, this is pretty cool with a nice little swirl on the inside. It's like blue pink. But because of that, Manny, who's part of the channel, if you don't know him, he's a local pro, 1019 rated, throws very far, started bagging a hex that has a little bit of a flight dip on the flight plate, and it's a little bit more stable. So it's something he can throw slight hyzer and it'll flip up, get a little bit of turn, but fade at the end. And he bombs that thing probably 400 plus feet. If you're a higher arm speed, I mean, the hex on its own is definitely one of the most popular mid-ranges at my store, probably all time in general. But if you have a higher arm speed and you're looking for a slightly stable hex and you don't want to like get a specific run, I mean, the Champions Cup Particle Glow Proton Hex is pretty stable, but this is probably just similar. Great mold overall. So cool to see that. And comment down below if you've noticed any differences. Next in this box, we have some Envies. So some regular Neutron Envies. This one's got a nice aqua with an orange swirl rim. This is my throwing putter of choice. As of recently, I got a pretty straight one from Manny, and it's a disc I've been throwing all over the place. Just throw it flat. It'll get some turn, and you could throw it very far. It's very nice to have a disc you could rely on to just go straight and have a little bit of fade. Obviously, that one is straighter, but Envies come in all different stabilities. Typically, Eclipse ones that are pretty stable at the start, but then get a nice straight push at the end. Neutron soft ones are very overstable, almost act like a farther flying zone or Toro. The versatility in the Envy is amazing. This one, like I said, blue with the red rim. I feel like it's very common. And this one is a nice neon green with a kind of turquoise swirl rim. Very good to get some restock of Envies back. Next in this box, we have some Fission Waves. This is a disc I haven't stocked in a while because it's been out of stock. For those of you that don't know, Fission Plastic makes MVP discs way more understable, way more glidey. This one's a nice purple swirl, 171 gram. very domey. Comparative to those Proton ones I showed you before, these are definitely super domey. There, this one's like UFO dome top. This one's kind of flatter. So the flight will be different. Got an orange one, 167 gram. Red one, 169 gram. Gray one, orange, gray, and a nice orange one. If you like a certain mold from MVP, but you're like, man, this thing's fading out too much on me, or you just wanted a beat up version of that disc, you should always just pick up a Fission one. Very much more understable. All right, getting into the new stuff. Finally, the reason I got some of this stuff is because the plastic was so much more popular. It's due partly to some recent runs, but it is the plasma plastic, and this is a plasma volt. I got this partly because I couldn't get any neutron volts. They've been sold out, but this plastic looks amazing. These are board flat volts. Simon Lazat recently switched to it because probably it's a little bit more manipulative than the Tesla, and it has a nice stability to it. So you could throw it a little bit of anhyzer and won't just burn over. It'll like hold and then fade at the end. Very nice disc. Good hand feel. This one's sweet. Nice orange plasma. If you haven't tried a volt, I highly recommend you try a volt, but the plasma volts look very good. Cool to get these in my shop. That's technically a new disc. And speaking of new discs, I also have a very popular mold, which I also recently stocked. It's the Inertia. I didn't stock it before. I don't know why I didn't, but 9.5 -22. Once I got that in my shop, almost instantly sold out. And now I couldn't get any neutron ones, but these plasma ones were available, so I figured I'd get some. These are nice and flat as well. Very cool colorways. Nice little green, white pearlescent one, 173 gram. This one's pink, 172 gram. Another white one, kind of like a metallic-y blue one. This one's 165 gram. This one's 164 gram. Nice little aqua colored one as well. So as a disc golf store owner for the past year and few months, MVP has definitely been the most popular manufacturer at our store. Since it's the most popular, I like to diversify what I have. I like to almost have every single mold from MVP at our shop. Always stoked to add different plastics or just new molds in general, like that Orbital and the Inertia, because I haven't before. If you check out my site and you feel like there's a disc that I should add on there, feel free to comment down below. I'd love to hear why you think I should add it and what the disc is. So, but yeah, getting into the last discs in this box, and I believe in the rest of our stock we have some more Proton Waves, 174 gram, little flat, feels amazing. Nice neon green one here, flat. Very nice black, almost kind of black swirl one, 170 gram, very sleek looking. This one's probably gonna go fast. But yeah, that kind of does it for the unboxing. I haven't done this video in a while, so I figured I'd show you guys. Comment down below what your favorite mold was. Overall, if you guys want to check out any of these discs, like I said before, you can check out www.diszone.com. All the discs I showed you here will be on my site. You can check it out right now at www.diszone.com. Besides that, that kind of does it for this video. I'm very grateful for all the support, especially from you guys. It's been actually a year since I started my YouTube channel, and we've grown from 0 to around 2,200 subscribers in such a short amount of time. Very grateful for all the support. As a disc golf store owner, it's awesome to be able to do this as my job, and hopefully I can do this for years to come. But thanks again for watching. Now we're on the road to 5K subs. So if you haven't subscribed before, I highly recommend it. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.